Hi, this is Ruben from Dutch Round 1 and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching one of my videos again. Today we will be speaking about the two most important verbs in the Dutch language. That is to be, zijn in Dutch, and to have, hebben in Dutch. But before we start, if you like this video, give it a like. If you want more content regarding the Dutch language, do not hesitate to subscribe. It is completely free and it helps out the channel. So let's get to it. So as I said, the verb to be and to have, zijn and hebben, are arguably the two most important verbs in Dutch. Why? Well, zijn, to be, expresses existence in simple tenses, but you also use it as an auxiliary verb. For instance, if you want to say, I have been to Amsterdam. Ik ben naar Amsterdam geweest. Ben is an auxiliary verb and it's a part of the verb zijn. So you'll also use it in composed tenses in Dutch. Hebben, the same thing. Have, to have, expresses possession. However, you can also use it as a composed tense. For instance, I have worked. Ik heb gewerkt. Heb is a part of the verb hebben, and in this case, it's used as an auxiliary verb. That's it. All right, let's get to the conjugation, guys. Okay, so we'll start off with the verb zijn. Zijn, to be. So what are you seeing in front of you? Well, basically this table is the verb to be. In the dark blue color on top you see zijn, which is to be, and then on your left hand side in the white column you see the personal pronouns. Ik, jij, je, u, hij, zij, ze, het, wij, we, jullie, zij, ze. So these are the personal pronouns in the subject of the Dutch language. If you want to have more information on the personal pronouns, check out my channel. I've got a very good video explaining the personal pronouns in Dutch, and it might be very useful for you. Then basically we go to the light blue column in the middle. You will see it's headed by T and T. That would be tegenwoordige tijd. That is the present tense. I want to focus on the present tense today of the verb to be. Then if you go to the right, just for your information, you see V and T in the darker blue column, and that would be the past tense. And then underneath you see voltooid deelwoord. That is the past participle, and the past participle you will use in tenses such as the present perfect. I have been, for instance. But let us focus on the present tense. So what I'll do is I will read the present tense aloud, so you can make yourself familiar with the pronunciation of the verb to be in Dutch. Alright? So ik ben, that would be I am. Jij, je, u bent, that would be you are. Jij en je would be informal, and u would be formal. Then we have hij, zij, ze, het, is. That is he, she, it, is. We have wij, we, zijn. So we are. Jullie zijn. So you are, but in the plural. And then we have zij or ze zijn. That means they are. So as you've noticed, basically the only parts of the verb which change is the singular, and this is a general rule for all the verbs in Dutch. We will only conjugate and change the verb in the singular. In the plural, you will use the infinitive. Okay? So this is the verb to be. Let's move on to the verb to have, which is hebben. So as you can see, it's the same setup as zijn. So on top you see hebben, that is the infinitive, the verb in its purest form. And then on the left side of the table, you see the personal pronouns. Then the T and the T, that is the tegenwoordige tijd. The present tense, will be focusing on this one today. Then the VT, that is the past tense. And then underneath again, the past participle, and that is gehad. Okay? So again, what I will do is I will read them aloud so you can get familiar with the pronunciation. Ik heb, which is I have. Jij, je, u hebt. That would be you have. Again, jij en je would be informal. U would be formal. Then you have hij, zij, ze, het heeft. Be careful of that one. Many people who are studying Dutch make mistakes against that one because many people say hebt. Okay, so heeft. And I want that double E to be long. Since it's a diphthong, you want to say heeft. Okay, then we go to the plural. Pretty straightforward, not a lot of changes. We have is wij hebben. You have in the plural is jullie hebben. And then zij, ze hebben, that would be they have. So before we finish today's lesson, I would like to speak about the second and the third singular of the verb hebben. So especially about u hebt, you have, right? The formal form of you have. Now, sometimes if you'll read texts or you'll speak to people, they will also say u heeft, okay? That would be then the third singular. Well, both of them are correct. You can say u hebt, but you can also say u heeft. So don't be surprised when somebody wants to address you formally and says u heeft. That is also correct. Okay, so basically today was a short lesson. Two important verbs, to be and to have. As always, thanks again for watching. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time. And again, if you like this content, give it a like, subscribe for more interesting information regarding the Dutch language. And as always, keep it 100 and see you for the next one.